Welcome to Fine Art Makers, FAM for short, the online edition. With FAM, we like to explore the history and style of an artist and then try to replicate that for ourselves. This is just one of the many art programs offered at the Cabarrus County Public Libraries. So when we reopen, please come check them out. So today's artist is Edvard Munch. He was a Norwegian painter. He worked in Expressionism, who painted probably one of the most famous paintings in the world, The Scream. It's been parodied time and time again. He was born in 1863 and died in 1944 at the age of 80. So today we are going to do our own version of The Scream. So what you're going to need today are some crayons, which I got a whole bunch here, some pastels, and then something to make your art on. It could be paper, it could be cardboard, anything that you could draw on. I'm going to be actually using cardboard, which is what The Scream was actually painted on. So you can pause the video now, so you can grab all your supplies. And when you get everything gathered up, go ahead and hit play again. So before we start working on our piece of artwork, we're just going to take a look at The Scream. And what most people don't know, which I did not know at first, is that there are at least 4 different versions of The Scream. 2 are painted on, actually they're all painted on or done on cardboard, but 2 are done in temper, and 1 is done in crayon and the other in pastel. So that's the reason why I chose to use pastel today. And as you can see, they're all sort of similar, but they're all sort of different. And the interesting thing is that The Scream is actually painted in a place in the real world. So it's one of the things that people like to try to hunt down, is the place in which Edvard Munch created The Scream. So I am going to start here with working on the sky, because I really like the sky. It's a fun thing to do art on. And like I said, you could for your figure, it could be anything you like. It could be your cat, it could be you, it could be your mom, or you could even try to do your own version of the screaming man himself. So it's really up to you how you want to approach this. But yet The Scream has been parodied time and time again. I mean, you've probably seen it in The Simpsons. You've probably seen it just about everywhere. The Pokemon Company at one point actually did a version of The Scream with a lot of their Pokemon cards. It was a special set released in Japan, which was really, really cool. And I think I'm going to put some water, purplish water here. Kind of got that island going on there. So, but yeah, no, this is all about, lots of color, lots of movement. How's that water moving? Because you can see that there's water there. I'm guessing that's an island. Or it could be the sun reflecting, because those could possibly be boats. So it's really whatever you'd like to sort of do. So let's see, let's add some stuff to the sky here. And the great thing with Expressionism, there is no wrong way or a right way to do anything. And that's pretty much with all these different artists. Especially when we're trying to emulate their style, it's all about just kind of having some fun with it. Not to take stuff too seriously, because art is about fun. We got our railing here. I gotta say, I have never actually done art on cardboard before. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, no, The Scream has been in popular culture for a long time. If you're a fan of Doctor Who, which of course I can't get away with not talking about Doctor Who, but there is a bad guy or a creature in it called the Silence that is actually based on The Scream. And if you like movies, Wes Craven back in the 90s did a movie called Scream, and he modeled his characters, or the bad guy's face, off the Scream. So let's see. Let's get the outline of our guy here. Yeah, this is really interesting. I'm really curious about what cardboard was like back then versus now, because I'm noticing that with doing the art on here, cardboard's really, really textured. So I'm definitely feeling the texture of the cardboard here. Getting our hands there. Like I said, you could do your cat. I mean, the Pokemon Company, like I said, did a whole series of cards with their different Pokemon in the Scream style. So nothing there. It could be any sort of thing you want to do. But yeah, the interesting thing is that there are 4 different versions of the Scream. One in crayon, one in pastel, and the other 2 are in temper. It is his most stolen work next to another work he did called the Madonna. It has been stolen twice, or different versions have been stolen twice. And people wonder kind of why he did more than one version of the Scream. He really saw the money in it. He made more versions as they sold. There is guess that probably 1 or 2 of these was probably a prototype, kind of like a quick sketch about what he wanted to do, and kind of went from there to do probably the ones in temper. So probably the crayon one was kind of one of his first ones, and you can kind of see I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, I haven't watched it yet. How could I, because I'm recording right now, that I'm seeing the texture of the, the texture of the cardboard. So I'm gonna go a little thicker, just to kind of hide it, and let's put some more water in. But yeah, there's it's all about the feeling and the mood when it comes to the expressionism. And another really interesting fact about Edvard Munch is that he was sort of one of the very first artists to actually do selfies. He did a whole series of portraits of himself in the everyday world, doing this and that, but he really captured himself in the real world, kind of like we do with our cell phones and all the photos that we take online nowadays. Oops, sorry, itchy ear. So it is really interesting that, at some point, the selfie had to find life, and apparently it sort of can be accredited to Munch, but not in the same way we do selfies, because their cameras back then were huge and not so portable. Let us see. Let's get this color here. Ooh, I like that blue. But yeah, no. As you do your Screams, it would be really cool if you posted pictures of what you created online. You could put them in the comments below, because I would really, really like to see what you make. Interesting thing is he lived during World War II, Edward, and apparently the Nazis, especially Hitler, did not like his art at all. They felt that his art, or at least Hitler did, that his art took art back to the Stone Age, and that it was absolutely terrible, and that he should not be considered an artist. So that is a very interesting fact. Oh, so weird working on this corrugated cardboard. I'm willing to bet that they did not have cardboard like this when he was making art. Let's see. Just trying to get these railings here that we see. Oh, let's see. Let's throw some of this color here. But you see, there's no wrong way or right way to do this. It's just all about expressing yourself and having some fun with doing the art. But it is interesting that he did work in crayon, and he worked in pastel, he worked in tempera paint, and he also did woodcut blocks of his art because he saw the commercial ramifications of it all. He saw that he could make money off his artwork. So that's the reason why he painted so many different versions of the screen. Why he did that sort of thing. I can't blame him. It's great to be able to, love what you do and other people enjoy it, and you're able to, do it for a living, which is what he did. He was an artist. So interesting using these pastels. Pastels aren't something I normally use, so it is kind of interesting getting in there and using them. And it is interesting how they sort of start to blend together. But like I said, there's no wrong way or right way to do this. Let's put some yellow into my guy here. And thank you for joining us for our very first FAM, because this is, or at least the online edition. It's not something we do like this normally, but it is cool that we're still able to offer programs of a sort to you during why we're not open. My eyes are sort of all over the place there. So nothing wrong with that. It just makes it look a little sillier. Let's see. Let's get in here with this. But the one thing I have noticed with the pastels is that you could really sort of just blend them together. Well, as you can tell, I am not a master of the pastel, so I'm just kind of doing it. And like I said, there's no wrong way or right way to do it. It's all about the fun of the art. It would be interesting to see what Munch would think about how popular the screen became. I mean, it was already really popular. I mean, the fact that he did woodcut prints. The sad thing is that the stone that was used for the making of the screen prints, if I remember correctly, there were about 54 that were done. Is that the printmaker destroyed the stone, and so that was sort of the end of it, because they wanted to use that piece of stone to create more art of other people. Let's get in here. Yeah, it's always interesting using a new medium that you're not used to, because I never thought I would ever be doing artwork on cardboard ever. But it does make me want to kind of research cardboard from the 40s now, to see what cardboard used to be like, to see if it was always corrugated where it has that inner layer, or if it was just a flat piece, because I can definitely feel how it changes the way the pastels go on the paper. So let's get some of the boardwalk here. At least I gotta say this, I do like using the pastels and crayons and stuff like that, because they're a lot less messier than, let's say, paint is. Because paint can be very, very messy, but still lots of fun to do and work with. And the one thing you should see is he uses long lines and stuff like that, which is cool. Let's see. Oh, add some gray in there. Add some gray to my screen guy here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let me throw a few more details on here, and then we're going to call that a day for this episode of FAM. And like I said, please let us know if there's an artist you want me to try to replicate or talk about, or also post your pictures that of stuff you created in the comments below. Those are really cool to see what you create, because that's one of the fun things about the art programs at the library. So we get to see all these really, really talented individuals come in and do art and show it off. So it's always really, really cool to see, what you make. Let's see. Like I said, there's no wrong way or right way to do this. It's just all about having fun and learning new stuff. Because who would have thought that a painting that has sold for lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money was done on cardboard? I mean, that is pretty amazing. Let's blend him a little. And if you are using pastels, they can be messy. So make sure because you can see my finger covered in the pastel, that you wash your hands before you do anything else afterwards. Let's see. Get some more here. And there we go. Sort of a quick, sort of fun scream. I think that's not too bad for a quick little project and talking about Edward and the scream. Oh, let's put this in here. A little bit of color. Well, let's see. I know there's no real green in there, but I don't know. I like the color green. And we'll wrap that up there, because I'm just going to keep on going and going and going. And I'm going to do a little bit more touch-ups on the screen, and I'll make sure that gets posted with the video. But this sort of wraps up our first Fine Art Makers Online. So be sure to check out various books that we have at the library. And I got 2 of them right here. We have some stuff on Edward for different ages. And also you can go to our library's website, which is cabarruscounty.us/library, and click on our 24/7 library link. And there you can find so many different online resources that we have, from like Hoopla to RB Digital, that have even more stuff about Edward and other artists that we're going to talk about on there. So like I said, if there's an artist you'd like to see us talk about later on in another episode, please let us know in the comments below. And also, like I said, post your pictures. I'll make sure mine gets posted as well once it's done. And thank you. And until next time, this is Davey signing off.